with those things.
It can be so incredibly frustrating.
Yeah. So some great tips.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hopefully it helps.
Yeah. Well, next for us at 5:30, the holiday magic is on full display here in Chicago. This morning, bright lights return to the Mag Mile for an annual tradition.
Jen Shantz is live with a preview. Hey, Jen.
That's right. The Magnificent Smile Lights Parade kicks off tonight at 5:30. But before that, you can check out the Lights Festival. Coming up next, we're going to be talking to Santa himself. Stay with us.
Welcome back. I'm Lisa Chavarria.
And I'm Kate Chappell. Thanks so much for starting your weekend with us. And it is certainly feeling festive in the city.
It is. So we saw before we went to break, so Santa has officially arrived on Michigan Avenue, and this is a little bit early. He is over there for the Lights Festival. We're going to talk.
Magnificent Mile Lights Festival. NBC5 Jen Shantz is live with the big guy himself this morning, getting us all in the holiday spirit. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning and happy early holidays to you guys in the studio. What a special treat. I'm here at Lights Festival Lane in Santa's tent, and whether you enjoy live music, performances, those a million lights that will adorn North Michigan Avenue's trees, or you just want to get in the festive mood, there's something here for everyone this morning. So I'm joined now by Santa. Santa, it's nice to see you before Christmas. What a treat.
Oh, it's good to see you as well.
Now, this is a really exciting time for good little boys and girls because they get to see you before Christmas. What are you looking most forward to this morning?
I am looking most forward to seeing all the smiles on the faces of the children and the adults, because this is just such a happy time of year, and this festival is so fantastic.
And where can the kids come see you today?
Well, I am in Lights Festival Lane, and I'm in the tent, the Santa tent.
All right, kids, so this is your opportunity to come see Santa before Christmas. I'm joined now by Jim Vozella. He is the Lights Festival chair. Jim, can you tell us about this year's theme?
Absolutely. Joy is always a big theme, but the Wintrust Magnificent Mile Lights Festival is in its 34th year of bringing joy. We've got Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse of Walt Disney World Resort, and we're going to come down Chicago and really celebrate the city and all of the offerings as we kick off the holiday season.
And there are a couple new features this year. Can you tell me about those?
Oh, my goodness. So we're really expanding our offerings on Pioneer Court this year, which are absolutely free. That's right. I said absolutely free. Didn't I?
Free. We like that.
We love free. So it will be from 11 to 4. You should come on down. Plain White Tees will be playing at 1 o'clock. Local Leo Boys Choir will be playing at 2. We'll have Eli's Cheesecake. All of these activations and, of course, photos with my pal Santa over there.
And that's, of course, going to be a highlight. So all the fun kicks off this morning at 11 o'clock. That Plain White Tees concert is at 1. That's free. We'll be back here in the next hour with a preview of a live ballerina performance. Ooh. Stay tuned. Back
Looking
to you
forward
guys.
to that. Thanks, Jen.
Aw, and she got a chance to chat with Santa so that way she could ask for what she would like
How
for
lucky am
Christmas.
I?
Right. You'll have to tell us.
That's what I'm going to do right as we go to break.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We'll check back in, Jen. And let's find out if the forecast is going to feel just as festive as all those lights. What can we expect as we start off the weekend, Pete?
Good morning. Mostly festive. I mean, we're not looking at temperatures that would support snow, but that's okay. We're going to be looking at some nice mild conditions coming our way. 34 right now at O'Hare in Midway, but you can see it's a little bit colder away from the lake. 29 right now in Aurora, 31 at DeKalb, 30 in Woodstock. Might have to do a little scraping on the windshield, warm that car up. But at least we have some sunshine coming our way. Here's the rain from yesterday that stayed mainly south of the city, but we were stuck underneath the clouds all day long. You could see that has moved out. The clouds have moved their way on out, and some sunshine is on the way. So your day planner looking pretty good. We will see a few clouds drifting through later on this afternoon, but I think we'll see some sunshine in between too. So some sunshine coming our way and nice temperatures too. High's going to top out in the low 50s across the area. A little bit warmer tomorrow. Your weekend forecast looking pretty good. More details coming up.
Thank you, Pete. A family is demanding justice this morning after a father and son were shot and killed in a violent robbery at their jewelry store. You'll remember this happened about 2 weeks ago at that store in Little Village. Video of the shooting shows Faustino Alamo and his son Luis chasing the suspects out of the store before they are then shot. Chicago police have released these images. Take a look at your screen, hoping someone will recognize these two suspects. In fact, there's a $20,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest. Also, the Little Village Chamber of Commerce is organizing a vigil in honor of Faustino and Luis. That starts at 11 o'clock at the Little Village Arch. And those participating will then walk to the jewelry store. Faith leaders will be there to lead the group in prayer. They're also providing candles.
Businesses are on edge in Chicago's Bronzeville neighborhood after several burglaries in just 24 hours. Surveillance video that was provided to us by Sip and Savor, as you can see right there, captured the break-in around 4 yesterday morning. Video shows a dark-colored car pull up when at least 4 masked people get out. 2 of them used a sledgehammer to smash their way into the coffee shop and the business right next door, the Ain't She Sweet Cafe. The coffee shop owner says thieves left empty-handed and drove off. But the community, when they found out what happened, the owner explains what they did next.
Within a matter of minutes, the community was showing up wanting to help.
Do the right thing. Turn them in. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, we're going into the holidays, and these businesses already have it tough enough.
Another burglary happened on Thursday at Sean Michelle's homemade ice cream over on 47th Street. Police are investigating to see if these crimes are connected. Well, today you have your chance to weigh in on how Aurora plans to deal with its budget shortfall.
The city is hosting a budget town hall meeting at 11:30 this morning at the new Public Works facility. Now, the city is proposing a round of budget cuts which could impact the fire department. Aurora is facing a $30 million deficit. The mayor's budget proposal would cut 18 firefighters, 3 battalion chiefs, a training officer, and 2 trucks. The union says that plan would put residents at risk. The mayor says the cuts would be gradual and would not result in a reduction in service or response times.
The staffing reductions, when they actually go through the process, are going to be at the same levels as 2024, and our response times were impeccable. We had very little overtime.
The president of the union issued a statement saying in part, quote, "Cutting personnel and claiming nothing will change is not leadership, nor is it truthful. It is policies at the expense of public safety, politics rather." The full council is expected to take a final vote on this budget proposal next month.
Well, you may have seen this situation on social media, but an Indiana hospital has fired the doctor and nurse who discharged a pregnant woman in active labor just minutes before she gave birth in her car. Mercedes Wells says she told the nurses at Franciscan Hospital in Crown Point, Indiana, she was in active labor. But her family says she was discharged without seeing a doctor, despite them begging for her to stay. The hospital CEO now says this viral video of the situation was very difficult to watch. He's now mandated cultural competency training for all labor and delivery staff. So from now on, he says all pregnant patients leaving the unit will be examined by a doctor before they leave the hospital. In a statement, he said, quote, "We failed to listen to Mrs. Wells' concern. We must fix what we failed in our hospital so that no one experiences what happened to Mercedes Wells."
Well, this has a lot of people talking. The U.S. Department of Education is changing its definition of a professional degree, and it could impact federal aid for thousands of students across the country. So the new standard would exclude nurses, audiologists, and physician's assistants from a list of professional degrees. According to experts, the change would cut the amount of federal aid nursing students qualify for by half.
If you're in medical school or in dental school or in pharmacy school, you can borrow up to $50,000 a year for your education. If you're in nursing school, you can only borrow up to $20,500 for an education. And many of our more advanced degrees cost significantly more than that.
So in response to backlash to the change, the Department of Education told Newsweek, quote, "We are not surprised that some institutions are crying wolf over regulations that never existed because their unlimited tuition ride on the taxpayer dime is over." 5:41 and good news for your weekend plans. The sunshine makes a welcome return.
Yes, we need it. Meteorologist Pete Sack has your full forecast after the break.
Holiday spirit this morning, 5:44 on your Saturday morning. Lisa, how many trees do you have in your house?
I was just counting. I was telling you, so I bought 2 additional like little trees. So now that makes 7 trees.
7 trees.
7 trees.
But the cleanup's easy because they're all artificial.
Faux trees.
Oh,
yes.
But hey, that's very festive and pretty, and they're all up.
They're not up yet.
Okay.
I usually put them up the day after Christmas. Not
Thanksgiving, me too.
Thanksgiving.
I'm the exact same way.
Yes.
But seeing this kind of puts me in the spirit.
That's on the list of things to do right after Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
Right.
34 degrees also.
Work off the turkey by decorating.
After the naps.
Right? Yes.
Exactly. The next day, when you need a little motivation, get those steps in, walking around the house. But 34 degrees out there, so it's cooler this morning.
Not bad.
Yeah, not terrible, but
not terrible.
Cooler.
Exactly. It's been colder, that's for sure. But we have a nice weekend on tap.
That's great.
So if you are going to be heading out and beginning your holiday travels this weekend, going to be looking nice. Next weekend might be a little different story. Right now at O'Hare Airport, it is 34 degrees. Feels like 34 with calm winds, and skies are mostly clear. So finally, getting rid of some of that nasty cloud cover. We're going to jump right into Stormcast here, because as you can see, plenty of sunshine coming away this morning. You can see a weak little disturbance sliding its way on in. No precipitation associated with it, and we might see a few stray clouds drifting their way on through. So maybe some hazy sunshine later on this afternoon before those clouds slide out, but a lot of sunshine in between, and temperatures will cooperate quite nicely. We'll see readings topping out around the 50-degree mark, so we'll be a little bit above the norm for this time of year. If you have any plans this evening, including the Mag Mile Light Festival downtown, weather will be very nice. Temperatures will drop down into the mid-40s later on this evening, and then overnight lows with clear skies and light breezes will eventually drop down into the mid-30s to upper 30s in the city. So not a bad start to our Sunday here. And it will come with some sunshine as well. Going to be a beautiful day overall on Sunday. As you can see, plenty of sun coming away through the noon hour and into the afternoon too. Maybe a couple of clouds drifting through here and there. But overall, very nice conditions if you plan on setting up the holiday decorations tomorrow. Going to be a good day to do that outdoors, because as you can see, temperatures will be in the low 50s. We have an opportunity for some rain coming our way to start out the work week. As you can see, it's going to be quiet into Sunday evening. No concerns about any precipitation. But once we get into Monday morning, clouds will be on the increase, and you can see the rain that will be moving its way on in associated with it. So we will be seeing some showers late in the day on Monday, but we'll see highs in the low 50s. So this will be an all rain event. And then we get into what's going to be happening as we go into the rest of the holiday week. We do have that rain late Monday and into Tuesday here. Temperatures will start falling on Wednesday, highs only around the 40-degree mark. And then on Thursday, we're going to be looking at some chilly conditions, highs only in the low 30s. And if your travels take you on the other side of the lake, get ready to encounter some lake effect snow in Michigan. We'll see some cold temperatures on Friday, and then Saturday could be looking at a little bit of a rain-snow mix late in the day on Saturday, and then Sunday calling for an all-rain event, at least for right now. And as you can see, there's some snow associated with it, so we're going to be keeping an eye on the temperature profile once we get into the latter part of the weekend. So a nice weekend this weekend, then we have the rain late Monday into Tuesday. Chilly temperatures for Thanksgiving Day. You can see that turkey shivering maybe a little bit. Call it shivering with the chilly temperatures. And then again, that system that comes in next weekend, going to be one to keep an eye on, because that is a busy travel day on Sunday. Might have some weather impacts.
Yeah, absolutely. We know you'll be watching, the whole weather team too. Thank you, Pete. All right, time to talk some sports up next.
Yes, here's Casey Standahar with the preview.
The Bears prepare for the Steelers this Sunday, but are out a few key defensive players. How they plan to adjust. And could the Bulls keep their buzzer beater magic alive last night against the Heat? We'll tell you who had the final say when we come back. The Miami Heat paid a visit to the United Center last night to face the Bulls for another NBA Cup game. Bulls guard Kobe White was out still managing a calf injury. Could the Bulls handle the Heat, though? It was a special court designed for the NBA Cup game. Bulls had it going in the first. Watch Jalen Smith set the pick for Patrick Williams, then rolls to the hoop for the jam. That gave the Bulls the lead, but the Heat outscored them by 14 in the second. Trey Jones' pass was picked off by Kel'el Ware. Miami on the fast break, and Ware gets it back for the alley-oop dunk. Heat led by 18 at the half and the Bulls lose by 36, 143-107 the final. To college hoops we go. Northwestern and Virginia playing in the Greenbrier tip-off. 8 minutes left in the game. Jaden Reed drives and gets the hoop and the harm for a three-point play. He had a team-high 25, but Virginia was up by 3 with less than a minute left. Arrington Page tries to tie it with a 3, but gets blocked. Wildcats with their first loss of the season, 83-78 the final. And at Gentile Arena last night, Northern Illinois beat Loyola 76-59. To the ice we go. Blackhawks and Sabres. Buffalo had a 4-goal lead early, but in the third, Tyler Bertuzzi redirects Connor Bedard's shot in for his second goal of the game. That's 9 goals for Bert in his last 6 games, and maybe a sliver of hope for the Hawks, but the Sabres poured it on thick, netting 3 more past Arvid Soderblom in the final period. Hawks lose 9-3. Whew, that was a tough one. The Bears defense will need one of its strongest showings this weekend, regardless of which Steelers quarterback they face. Aaron Rodgers is listed as questionable, and some Bears rookies are earning trust and making strides with the first-year head coach, while others have to step up for their injured teammates. As Mike Berman reports, the team is missing a few key players, but is still finding ways to make it work.
Don't be surprised if Caleb Williams' arm gets a lot of work on Sunday against the NFL's worst pass defense. And don't be surprised if Luther Burden sees the ball come his way often, now that he's earned Ben Johnson's trust.
You get what you earn, and I think he's earned the increased snaps.
It's all about trust, with Coach Ben and the whole staff, really, whole organization, man. You got to be able to trust that, everybody going to go out there and do their assignment and help us win games. Just work really hard, man, to, get more opportunities on the field, and, my hard work, starting to pay off.
All right, let's talk injuries. Offensively, the Bears are in good shape, but defensively, they are a mess. Their top 3 linebackers, Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, and Noah Sewell, will all miss Sunday's game against the Steelers. Those guys are helping fill-ins like Ruben Hippolyte the best they can, but ultimately, it's on Hippolyte to step up and perform.
No one's going to help me prepare better than me. So I just trust my training, trust my abilities, and I'm ready to go out there and go play.
Meanwhile, corners Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon are both questionable, but Ben Johnson said the Bears will be really smart bringing them back from injury, so the wait for their returns could continue. At Hallis Hall, Mike Berman, NBC 5 Sports.
Mike, thanks so much. That is a look at your sports this morning. I'm Casey Standahar. Have a great Saturday.
All right, well, can you imagine the world in 2045? Chicago's Planning Commission is already thinking 20 years ahead in the future.
Yeah, can't blame them. After the break, we'll have a sneak peek of what the city could look like in 20 years.
For a limited time, save up to 50% on select styles of beautiful new carpet, hardwood, vinyl, and laminate flooring from Empire today. It's the lowest prices of the season, and we'll beat any competitor's offer, guaranteed. Get Empire's Home Floor Advantage and save up to 50% off. Visit EmpireToday.com or call or text to schedule your free in-home estimate. You know the number.
800-588-2300 Empire. Today.
Well, what do you imagine Chicago looking like 20 years from now in 2045?
Well, it is now the job of the city's Plan Commission to think about just that, and they just released their new vision. So let's take you through it. Last night, the commission approved its Central Area Plan 2045. It's a blueprint for what downtown development could look like by that time. Some of the highlights include a new Madison Street Pink Line station to boost transit in the West Loop, a Riverwalk extension connecting Wolf Point to what's called the Wild Mile along the North Branch of the Chicago River. Also making the museum campus more accessible, including a unified welcome center. The city says there's been a lot of community engagement in this whole process, including thousands of surveys.
We will see what comes in the next 20 years.
Very cool.
But we do know what's coming up next for us at 6. We can tell you that for sure. We are dancing into the holiday season. We will take you live to Michigan Avenue for a special performance ahead of tonight's big Mag Mile Lights Festival.
Yes, you do not want to miss this. Stay with us.
We all need fiber for our digestive health, but less than 10% of us get enough each day. Good thing Metamucil gummies are an easy way to get prebiotic plant-based fiber with the same amount of fiber as 2 cups of broccoli. Metamucil gummies, the easy way to get your daily fiber.
Before you go to extremes to fix sagging and wrinkles with expensive injections, try this first, Olay Regenerist. In a survey of women, 71% said their skin was visibly firmer in 2 weeks without painful prices. For me, it's only Olay.
With depression, it feels like every day you're just going through the motions. But what if you could get your go back?
Go with Auvelity.
Auvelity worked fast. Some saw relief in as early as 1 week. And Auvelity lasted. On average, significant relief was seen at 6 weeks. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions in young adults. Tell your doctor about sudden changes to mood, thoughts, or behavior. Don't take Auvelity if you have a history of seizure, eating disorder, or have abruptly stopped drinking alcohol, or taking benzodiazepines, barbiturates, or anti-seizure medicine. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Don't take if you are allergic to dextromethorphan, bupropion, or any of the ingredients in Auvelity. Don't take with MAOIs. High blood pressure, manic episodes, serious eye problems, and dizziness can occur. Report all medicines you take to avoid a life-threatening condition. Don't take Auvelity if you are or may become pregnant. Side effects can include dizziness, headache, diarrhea, feeling sleepy, dry mouth, sexual function problems, and excessive sweating. Ask your provider about Auvelity.
Go with Auvelity.
Right now, violence erupts in Chicago's Loop. The new information we are learning this morning about a shooting that unfolded on a very busy night downtown.
You see, I have never valued power, titles, or attention, in spite of all the wrong assumptions about me.
And leaving Congress. Hear more from Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene about why she's stepping away from Capitol Hill.
Festive holiday fun kicks off in Chicago. We are live as the final preparations for the Mag Mile Lights Festival and Parade get underway. The news at 6 starts right now. Good morning. It is Saturday, November 22nd. Thank you so much for starting your weekend with us. I'm Kate Chappell.
And I'm Lisa Chavarria in this morning for Patrick Fazio. So we saw that beautiful sleigh. You know, downtown Chicago is going to look gorgeous tonight.
Everything all lit up, and it's only going to get even more filled with holiday cheer this evening. Let's find out what we can expect in the forecast for all those folks who are going to be out and about today.
The weather is looking very nice. Sunshine, highs in the low 50s. It's amazing how low the bar is right now.
Right. That's true.
But we'll certainly take this weather.
Yes, we will.
Considering what we could be looking at, we are absolutely going to take the nice conditions coming our way this weekend. 34 right now here, 34 also at Midway, which you can see is a little bit chillier away from the lake. 27 right now in Aurora, 29 West Chicago, the DePage Airport, 31 in DeKalb. So a little bit frosty away from the lake. And as you can see on the radar satellite composite, we've cleared things out. This is the rain from yesterday that was mainly south of the city. And as you can see, it's moving its way on out, taking the clouds along with it. So we've got some sunshine coming our way for the day today and some sunshine coming away for tomorrow as well. What to expect this weekend? 51 degrees, our forecast high with sunshine today, 53 tomorrow with more sunshine coming our way as well. So beautiful weekend, but a lot of folks want to know what's the weather going to be like for the week of Thanksgiving. All those details coming up in the forecast.
Thank you, Pete. We'll check back in soon. We do want to get to some breaking news now. 7 teenagers are recovering this morning after a shooting in the Loop. It happened around 10 o'clock last night outside or very near the Chicago Theater on State Street. So police tell us a large group of people was walking on the sidewalk when gunfire just suddenly broke out. The alderman there, Brian Hopkins, said the group was mostly juveniles. Now, the shooting, of course, prompted a very large police response. The people shot are all teenagers between 13 and 17. All of them are expected to be okay. So far, no one is in custody, but this was a very busy night. First night for the Chris Kindle Market in Daly Plaza. Also, the city's official tree lighting ceremony was last night. So this happened a few hours later, but a lot of people were on the streets downtown. Alderman Hopkins says more officers will be assigned to the Magnificent Mile Lights Festival, which again is happening tonight.
Right, and Kate, also downtown, and just about 40 minutes later, 2 people were shot on South Dearborn and West Adams. Chicago police say one man was shot multiple times. He died at Northwestern Memorial Hospital. An 18-year-old man was last listed in serious condition after he was shot in the leg. Chicago police are not saying whether or not this shooting is connected to the earlier one, but so far we are told no one is in custody. Well, developing this morning in the suburbs, police in Arlington Heights say 2 people were found dead inside of a condo building on Central and Homer. Investigators say the bodies of an employee and a supervisor were found last night inside of a maintenance room of that building. We're still working to get additional details, but police are telling us they believe this is an isolated incident.
The man charged with lighting a woman on fire on a CTA train told a judge he agrees he should stay behind bars ahead of his trial. Prosecutors called it a barbaric crime and said 50-year-old Lawrence Reed is a danger to the community. Newly filed court records obtained by NBC5 Investigates show Reed was under court-ordered electronic monitoring at the time of this crime. Investigative reporter Bennett Haberly shows us what he's found.
Before this most recent charge accusing him of setting a woman on fire aboard that CTA Blue Line train, Reed was placed on a 24/7 electronic monitoring device. Cook County's Adult Probation Department filed curfew violations against him this week, but only after his arrest for the CTA attack. These court records show that 50-year-old Lawrence Reed was under court-ordered 24/7 electronic monitoring at the time that federal prosecutors say he doused a woman in flammable liquid and lit her on fire Monday while she was aboard a CTA Blue Line train. These newly filed court records show that Cook County's Adult Probation Department alleges that Reed violated the terms of his curfew multiple times in the days leading up to Monday's attack, including on November 9th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, and again on Monday, the same day as the incident. A Cook County judge placed Reed on electronic monitoring back in August after he was accused of assaulting a social worker at McNeil Hospital, where he was receiving care. He's pleaded not guilty. It's not clear why the Adult Probation Department waited until November 19th, 2 days after the attack, to file curfew violations, nor is it clear what impact that would have had. But it does raise questions about the electronic monitoring process. In court Friday, a federal prosecutor called the train attack a barbaric crime, saying there's video of Reed at a Citgo gas station before the incident, filling his bottle with gasoline, and that the woman was on fire for nearly a minute before she was able to get help. Reed told the federal judge Friday he would represent himself and agreed he should be kept behind bars while awaiting trial, saying, "I agree of me being detained. It's for my safety. I agree with detention for my safety. I don't feel safe out there." Reed has a lengthy criminal history dating back to the mid-90s with convictions for things like drug charges and domestic battery. Court records show he's been treated for mental health issues at various hospitals. An ATF agent told reporters this week.
Lawrence Reed had no business being on the streets given his violent criminal history and his pending criminal cases. Reed had plenty of second chances by the criminal justice system, and as a result, you have an innocent victim in the hospital fighting for her life.
A spokeswoman for the Chief Judge's office, which took over the electronic monitoring program from the Sheriff's office this year, said they could not comment. Reed is being held in custody right now. He said he plans to represent himself. The judge requested that he undergo a medical and mental evaluation and cooperate with those. He told the court he would. Bennett Haberly, NBC5 investigates.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene is resigning from Congress.
Now, this stunning announcement comes just 1 week after President Trump publicly pulled his endorsement of the Georgia lawmaker. Now, Greene has long been one of the president's most vocal supporters in Congress, but she recently broke with him on the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files and extending Obamacare subsidies. She released this video last night.
I'm going back to the people that I love, to live my life to the fullest as I always have, and I look forward to a new path ahead. I'll be resigning from office with my last day being January 5th, 2026.
A source with direct knowledge said the Congresswoman did not give Speaker Mike Johnson a heads up about her resignation.
Meantime, President Donald Trump welcomed New York Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani to the White House after the two have traded barbs for months now. The president even threatened to pull federal funding from New York if Mamdani was elected. But yesterday, they said they would work together on cost of living issues like housing and groceries. President Trump said he'd be cheering for Mamdani and would even consider moving back to New York from Mar-a-Lago.
Very unlikely partnership right there. All right. Well, closer to home, if you're looking for something fun to do with the family, we've got you covered.
Chicago's unofficial kickoff to the holiday season continues tonight with the Lights Festival and Nighttime Parade. NBC5's Jen Shantz is live from Lights Festival Lane with our preview.
Look at her.
Hey, Jen.
What are you sitting in?
Lisa and Kate, I remember how bitterly cold it was here at Lights Festival Lane last year. It is much more mild this year.
Good.
We chatted with Santa in the last half hour. Right now, I think I have the most comfortable seat here along the plaza. I'm sitting right near Santa's sleigh, and kids can come down here and take photos here. So all the fun kicks off this morning at 11 o'clock. The Lights Festival goes from 11 to 4. Plenty of live free performances, beginning with the Plain White Tees at 1 o'clock. And then at 5:30, the largest nighttime parade steps off. It's the largest nighttime parade in the country, and you will get to see tons of Disney stars, including this year's parade's Grand Marshals, Mickey and Minnie Mouse. The spectacle of 1 million lights lining North Michigan Avenue's trees, that's of course going to be the highlight of the parade tonight. Santa will be here greeting kids all day, and there will be live performances you can check out, including Voices of Liberty. In addition to the Plain White Tees, we're also going to show you some live ballet performances coming up in our next half hour. But once you're downtown, there's so much to do. Really, this weekend has been the unofficial kickoff of the holiday season. You have the Chris Kindle Market. You can do some ice skating. Of course, the tree in Millennium Park was lit last night. So lots of options for you. We'll see you back here in the next 30 minutes.
So much fun.
Right.
Thank you, Jen.
All right. Well, we've been talking about all of the holidays, and tomorrow, Santa Claus is dropping anchor at Navy Pier.
St. Nick leaving the sleigh behind for this trip. Instead, he'll sail in by the Sea Dog speedboat.
That's different.
Families can watch as he arrives at the South Dock around noon. And in true Chicago fashion, there will be bagpipers and the Chicago Fire Department's fireboat to help welcome him to Chicago. And then after, they'll head onto dry land for a day of fun activities.
We will parade down the pier to Harry Carey's Tavern for the brunch with Santa and photos in the Lakefront Lodge. We do strongly recommend that people make reservations if they wanted to stay and get their photos taken with Santa and have brunch.
And you can make that reservation right now at harrycareys.com.
Oh, that looks so exciting. It looks like a beautiful day back then. So, you know, hopefully everything will be nice when Santa comes to town.
And according to Pete, it sounds like it's going to be at least this weekend. Up next, we have some positive news about the cost of your Thanksgiving feast this year.
Yes, we'll tell you why experts say the holiday meal could cost you less and what that means for your table. Plus, well, speaking of gatherings, getting together, unfortunately, that also means flu worries. A new version of the virus has emerged. We'll tell you about a warning that's coming from health leaders ahead of those holiday gatherings.
And as we head to break, let's get you a live look outside on your Saturday morning. It is 6:10, 34 degrees. We'll get that full check of the forecast from Pete coming up. We could learn as soon as Monday if the Supreme Court will hear arguments on President Trump's birthright citizenship order.
Well, he signed this on the first day of his second term, declaring that children born to parents who are in the United States without legal status or are here temporarily are not American citizens. The Supreme Court was set to meet on this issue yesterday. They could decide whether they will hear Trump's appeal of lower court rulings that have consistently struck down the citizenship restrictions.
A new study shows the impact of indoor vaccine mandates during the pandemic. Chicago, of course, one of several major U.S. cities that required proof of vaccination for indoor public places like restaurants or concert venues. Researchers have found that those mandates did not have a significant impact on COVID cases or deaths or increasing vaccination rates. Researchers say that's because by the time mandates were established in major cities, vaccine rates were already high. The research was published in the academic journal Contemporary Economic Policy.
Peak flu season is just around the corner, and health experts are warning about a new strain which could have the potential to cause outbreaks of severe cases. This new strain, it is called subclade K, and it started showing up earlier this year. Experts say it has similar symptoms to previous flu viruses, but has developed several mutations. Unfortunately, that could make the current vaccine a bit less effective against this particular strain. But doctors say the vaccine is still the best way to protect against the more serious risks linked to the flu.
What we want with our influenza vaccines, just like our COVID vaccines, is for them to protect us from severe disease, hospitalization, and death.
So at this point, doctors are saying it's still too early to know just how severe the flu season will be. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says activity is low right now, but cases are increasing, along with flu-related doctor visits and hospitalizations.
Something to think about as we prepare for all these holiday gatherings. But we do have some good news in that regard, something your wallet will be thankful for this Thanksgiving. The cost of your dinner has dropped 5% from last year. That's according to the American Farm Bureau Federation. They say prices have gone down for 3 straight Thanksgivings now. The main dish, noticeably cheaper. Price of a frozen turkey dropped 16%. The Bureau estimates the average cost for a feast for 10 is around $55.
So, I mean, not terrible, but
No.
still pretty pricey.
It's good to hear prices are going down, but yeah, if you've been to the grocery store lately, you know.
It's like they were up here and now they're here.
Right.
Right.
But not back here yet.
Right. We're trying to work that way.
Yeah, budgeting, all of us. Well, still ahead, the Thanksgiving travel rush is already underway. When you'll see the biggest traffic surge as you plan that holiday getaway.
Yes, but first, here's Pete with a check of your forecast.
Got a game time forecast here because the Northwestern Wildcats going to take on Minnesota, the Golden Gophers, at Wrigley Field, their last home game before they move into new Ryan Field next year. And as you can see, not really football weather here for late November. Sunshine, temperatures in the upper 40s with a few clouds drifting in by the fourth quarter. Well, all in all, some pretty nice weather conditions at Wrigley and pretty nice weather conditions for the rest of the area through this first weekend before we hit Thanksgiving. More details on the forecast right after the break.
Bet you were wondering what you were looking at first. But as we zoom out and into focus here, you see the Christmas tree all lit up for the holidays officially after that tree lighting ceremony last night. And the fun continues today with the Mag Mile Lights Festival and Parade downtown. It's so fun to see the city all lit up for the season. It really gets you in the spirit, doesn't it?
You know, there's 8 miles worth of lights that are on that tree. 8 miles worth.
That is wild.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of light.
A lot of work.
A lot of work.
A lot of work
to get all those up there.
Get all the way up there?
Yeah.
That's
kind of crazy, yeah.
I know. Well, if you don't already have the lights up, maybe today might be a good day to put the lights on your trees. I already have them on my bushes, but they're not lit yet.
I still have to put the lights up myself, but let's see. I'm thinking about 7.999995 less lights than what's on that tree.
Right.
In other words, considerably less lights.
Yeah, but it's still so
up.
much work.
Yeah, it's
8 miles or just a couple of yards. It's still so much work, but it's worth it.
Especially if it's cold.
But you know what? This weekend might be the weekend to get those decorations up without worrying about your fingers freezing off, because we've got some pretty nice temperatures coming our way. We're looking east from our camera at New Trier High School, and we're getting ready for sunrise here, although it's still a half hour away. But twilight times are a lot longer because the sun kind of comes up at an angle as opposed to coming straight up when we hit the summer season. That's why we see a little bit more twilight this time of year. 34 degrees right now at O'Hare Airport, calm wind, so it feels like it's 34. Don't necessarily need a wind chill when we don't have to have one. Here's your hour-by-hour stormcast. We're just going to jump right into it here because, as you can see, sunshine through the morning. Weak disturbance off to the north. Might slide a few clouds our way later on this afternoon. These are going to be high, thin clouds, so we'll see some sunshine filtering through. And as you can see, they'll drift through rather quickly here. Looking at a forecast high of 51 degrees under mostly sunny skies. Winds will be out of the southwest at 5 to 15 miles an hour. If you're going to be heading down into the city this evening, beautiful conditions. Look for temperatures to drop down into the mid-40s, but skies will be clear. Breezes will be rather light, so not talking about much in the way of a wind chill this evening. And then through the overnight time frame, going to be looking at mainly clear skies, looking at lows dropping down into the mid to upper 30s in the city. A little bit cooler away from the lake, maybe looking at temperatures dropping down to around the freezing mark in the Fox River Valley. Your Sunday looks great. Look at all the sunshine coming away. Going to be a beautiful day overall. And we'll warm our temperatures up a couple degrees as a result with the southerly breezes. Look for a high around 53 degrees under mostly sunny skies. Our next storm system going to be sliding its way on in, though. This one is not going to have much in the way of a travel impact. A quiet Sunday evening and then into your Monday morning commute. Clouds will be on the increase. And then as we get into the afternoon time frame, you can see the rain that develops. I think this will initially saturate the atmosphere before we get into the real good rain chance. So look for showers to develop, but that will be late in the day. 54 degrees, though, are high, so it will be all rain as we look at warmer temperatures here. Tuesday, showers likely, especially in the morning. 55 degrees the high. But after a front drops its way on through, look at the temperatures on Wednesday. We'll see a high around 40 degrees. And as you can see, lake effect snows on the other side of the lake. So if any of your travels take you into Michigan, get ready to encounter some snow showers. Similar story on Thanksgiving Day, and notice the high temperature just 34 degrees and only 33 on Black Friday. Going to have to bundle up to do a little bit of shopping. And then we'll see a little bit of a rain-snow mix possible late on Saturday with a high of 36 degrees. And right now, calling for rain on Sunday with a high around 41 degrees. But we're going to keep an eye on that storm system because we're going to be awfully close to that rain-snow line. So here's a look at the next 10 days with the nice temperatures coming away today, tomorrow, Monday into Tuesday with that chance of showers on Tuesday. And then we'll see our temperatures getting a little chilly for Thanksgiving Day. Then we'll have the snow and rain late on Saturday and into Sunday and Monday of next week. But we could be looking again at the possibility of some snow mixing in.
Now, Pete's weather photos.
Every weekend.
We laugh,
It's
one of us jumps in there every time. A couple of photos to show you here. Here's what happens when you lose the leaves. That's a wasp nest. Look at the size of that thing. Marcia Blyer sending in that picture. I hope she knew that that was there before the leaves were up because that thing looks rather nasty, doesn't it?
Pete, I've been noticing these on my dog walks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get a chance to see all these hidden gems once the leaves come on down. And one more photo to show you here, a beautiful sunset picture. John Barrett sending in that photo. You can take send your pictures into pete.sack@nbc.com. And the nice thing about the sunset photos, I guess you could take the pictures and then go in for dinner because the sunset is before
at 4 p.m. Yeah, right. Nice early bird dinner there.
Right. I love
That's gorgeous.
I'll take it. Well, because I start work at 4 o'clock in the morning most days.
For us, it can be beneficial, but
for normal people, not
sad.
so much.
Right.
Thank you, Pete. But thanks. All right, right now, the busiest Thanksgiving travel rush in 15 years is in full swing.
A record 82 million people are expected to hit the roads, the rails, or the skies this year. And so far, thankfully, we are happy to report it's been smooth sailing. With 31 million Americans set to fly this week, there have not been any major delays or cancellations here in Chicago or really around the country. At least 73 million are expected to drive to their Thanksgiving destinations. And if you're hoping to beat traffic this year, experts do recommend you hit the road early. The busiest travel days you might want to avoid if you can, tomorrow and Monday, December 1st, which is surprising that it's not Sunday.
Right.
So maybe everyone's thinking to avoid it, they'll leave Monday instead of Sunday, and now that's becoming the busier travel day.
Surprise, surprise. Everyone is with you.
Oh, boy. We'll see.
Just be careful out there. All right. Well, you've probably gotten a text about an overdue traffic ticket from a number that's claiming to be the DMV. Well, this is all a part of a growing trend of texting and messaging scams.
And it is frustrating just about all of us. What you should be on the lookout for and how to protect yourself from the phishing scheme. NBC5 responds right after this.
Now to NBC5 responds. And who doesn't get frustrated by this? Okay, so you're in the middle of something when your phone pings. You get a text from an unknown number, and the question is it real or another scam?
So annoying. A new survey from our partners at Consumer Reports finds texting and messaging scams have jumped 50% in just this past year. So here are some smart tips to help you stop those messages.
Whether it's texts that look like it's from your bank or a bogus bill from a toll road, if you think you're getting more unsolicited texts and messages, you're right. The new Consumer Reports Cyber Readiness Report finds text scam attempts are up 50%. The surveys were conducted at the University of Chicago's National Opinion Research Center earlier this year. The results show Gen Z makes up the fastest growing group of scam victims.
Scammers are trying to rip off young adults.
18 to 29-year-olds are getting scammed at record levels, and reports of text scam attempts from Gen Zers tripled.
And it makes sense. They text a lot. It's a primary form of communication, and they have instant access to money on their phone.
Lower income households were 3 times as likely to lose money from scams. And the racial divide is striking, too. 37% of Black Americans who ran into a scam lost money, compared to just 15% of white Americans. According to the Federal Reserve, a larger share of white adults use credit cards compared to Black adults.
Credit cards are safer than many other payment methods because you have a right to request a chargeback when fraudulent transactions occur. Consumers who do not use credit cards have fewer rights to dispute fraud when it occurs.
How can you protect your money? First, don't reply to random or unsolicited texts. Responding confirms your number is active, so fraudsters might keep bugging you or sell your number. Instead, block the number and mark it as spam. Next, cut down on text spam before it reaches you. Check with your phone carrier. Most offer free tools to filter or block unwanted messages. Also, watch out for phishing scams. Be suspicious of requests for personal information from texts, emails, or messaging apps. If the message seems urgent or time-sensitive, that's another red flag. Finally, when shopping online, use a credit card. Payment apps like Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle usually don't offer the same purchase protections. Kate Chappell, NBC5 responds.
It's you.
It's me.
Great tips.
Yeah.
Because it gets so irritating to see all of those text messages, the phone calls. It's a lot.
And they're getting more realistic over time, too.
They are.
I think we're all guilty of either falling or almost falling for some of them.
Right. So thanks for taking us through that.
You got it.
Next here at 6:30, the holiday magic is on full display here in Chicago. This morning, bright lights return to the Mag Mile for an annual tradition.
Jen Chance is live with a preview. Hey, Jen.
Hey, good morning. I am live along North Michigan Avenue where the North Pole's satellite office has set up shop here at Pioneer Court. Coming up right after the break, what you can check out during the 34th annual Michigan Magnificent Mile Lights Festival, including some ballerina nutcrackers.
Good Saturday morning to you. Welcome back. I'm Lisa Chavarria in for Patrick.
And I'm Kate Chappell. So glad you are joining us this morning on a very festive weekend here in Chicago. The theme of this year's Magnificent Mile Lights Festival is Chicago Shines Bright.
Yes, and the fun kicks off this morning at 11, but NBC5's Jen Chance is live right now from the plaza with an early sample of the entertainment. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning, Lisa and Kate. And what is more on Christmas brand than dancing nutcracker ballerinas in a snow globe? How cool is this? And if you come here to Pioneer Court beginning at 11 o'clock, this is one of the many live performances that you can see. These talented dancers are from 5/8 Ballet, and I'm joined now by Artistic Director Juliana. So talk to me a little bit about what they're doing. Is this a dance from an upcoming performance?
Yeah, this is from Beyond the Nutcracker, which will be at Lincoln Way North Performing Arts Center December 6th, 7th, 13th, and 14th, supported by the Illinois Philharmonic Orchestra. So it's a fantastic experience for the whole family. These beautiful dancers and a cast of 300 dancers will join them.
And how cool that kids can actually step in and to the snow globe themselves and take some pictures?
Absolutely. Bring your little ones, bring your camera. It's a great chance for them to get some holiday photos with the ballerinas.
And Kate and Lisa, I'm really impressed by how these dancers are able to show such artistic perfection in such a tiny space. I don't know how they do that, but they're doing a great job. So let's talk about the economic impact of this festival and the parade, which steps off tonight at 5:30. I'm now joined by Kimberly Bears with the Magnificent Mile Association. We're going to walk over this way, Kimberly. So obviously, this is the 34th year of this. This puts a spotlight on the city of Chicago, the largest nighttime parade in the country. How much of an economic impact are you anticipating this year from the festival and then also the parade tonight?
Well, if it's anything like last year, Jen, we had $40 million in sales just from the one-day event. Of course, that's not only money that goes to people that are working in the district. 1 in 5 jobs is located here in our district, the 1 in 5 jobs in the city of Chicago right here. 15,000 hotel rooms were booked. And then the taxes, of course, that are generated from those sales, $2 million to the city, $2 million to the state. So it has a massive economic impact. But as you said, we're shining a light on this beautiful city. And the folks that get to see it in person, what an incredible experience. But if you miss it today, you have a chance to see it broadcast. And that, again, just shows off what we all know to be true, which is Chicago is the best big city in America.
And there's so much you can check out downtown for the holidays. I mean, we have Chris Kindle Market. Up north, you can go to Lincoln Park Zoo Lights, and then the Christmas tree, which was just lit yesterday at Millennium Park. So make your first stop here, and then there's a lot of holiday things you can do around the area.
Right. I mean, there are teas, there are, holiday teas. There are incredible decorations. Just being on Michigan Avenue and walking up and down the avenue, you can't help but have a sense of joy as we move into this holiday spirit. And none of this would be possible without Wintrust and Kia and the state of Illinois. So we don't have the corner on holiday spirit. The entire state of Illinois is ready to celebrate.
Awesome. Kimberly Bears, thank you so much. Again, the festival kicks off this morning at 11 o'clock. It goes until 4, and then the parade steps off at 5:30. There is plenty of free live performances, including these talented dancers. Also, a free concert. The Plain White Teas are playing at 1 o'clock. You can also sample, of course, delicious cheesecakes and holiday treats. So come hungry, come happy. We'll see you here later this morning. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio for now, and we'll let the ballerinas take it away.
Yeah, let's get one more look at them in the snow globe there. Just so beautiful at this early hour, too. We love to see it. Thank you so much, Jen, for that preview of what we can expect tonight. Let's find out if the weather will cooperate with the festivities. Pete?
Well, let's keep the snow in the snow globe.
Yes.
Right now.
Deal.
Yeah. We have actually a pretty nice day headed our way. Off to a chilly start, 34 at O'Hare, 34 at Midway. You can see temperatures have dropped into the upper 20s away from the lake, but breezes are light, so no wind chill to speak of. Radar satellite composite, we finally rid ourselves of the clouds that pretty much have riddled us all week long. You can see the rain moving out and the clouds moving out along with it, so we've got some sunshine coming our way. You can see a few clouds off to the north. They'll slide in later on this afternoon, but not going to bring us any precipitation. So your mag-mile light forecast looking good for this evening. Notice how temperatures will drop into the mid-40s later on this evening, so you'll still want that winter coat, but breezes will be light, so not talking about wind chills, and of course not talking about any rain or snow. That's the good news too. Second half of the weekend looking very nice as well. More details coming up in the forecast. Kate, back to you.
Thank you, Pete. A family is demanding justice this morning after a father and son were shot and killed in a violent robbery at their jewelry store. This really shocked the community there. It happened 2 weeks ago at their store in Little Village. Video of the shooting shows Faustino Alamo and his son Luis chasing the suspects out of their store before they are then shot. Chicago police released these images. Take a good look, hoping someone will recognize the two suspects. And there is a $20,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest. Also, the Little Village Chamber of Commerce is organizing a vigil in honor of Faustino and Luis. That starts at 11 o'clock this morning at the Little Village Arch. So anyone participating is going to gather there and then walk to the victim's jewelry store. Faith leaders will also be there to lead this group in prayer. They are providing candles.
Businesses are on edge in Chicago's Bronzeville neighborhood after several burglaries in just 24 hours. Take a look. Surveillance video provided by Sip and Savor captured the break-in around 4 o'clock yesterday morning. You can see video shows a dark-colored car with at least 4 masked people getting out of it. 2 of them used a sledgehammer to smash their way into the coffee shop and the business right next door, the Ain't She Sweet Cafe. The coffee shop owner says thieves left empty-handed and drove off. But when the community found out, the owner explains what they did next.
Within a matter of minutes, the community was showing up wanting to help.
Do the right thing. Turn them in. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, we're going into the holidays, and these businesses already have it tough enough.
Right, it's so difficult. Another burglary happened on Thursday at Sean Michelle's Homemade Ice Cream. That's over on 47th Street. Police are investigating to see if these crimes are connected. Well, today you have your chance to weigh in on how Aurora plans to deal with its budget shortfall.
Yeah, the city is hosting a budget town hall meeting at 11:30 this morning at the new Public Works facility. The city is proposing a round of budget cuts, which could impact the fire department. Aurora facing a $30 million deficit. The mayor's budget proposal would cut 18 firefighters, 3 battalion chiefs, a training officer, and 2 trucks. The union claims that plan would put residents at risk. The mayor says the cuts would be gradual and would not result in a reduction in service or response times.
The staffing reductions, when they actually go through the process, are going to be at the same levels as 2024, and our response times were impeccable. We had very little overtime.
The president of the union issued a statement saying in part, quote, cutting personnel and claiming nothing will change is not leadership, nor is it truthful. It is politics at the expense of public safety, end quote. The full council is expected to take a final vote on the budget next month. Well, here's something to make you smile. Some good news for any weekend plans, especially if you're hoping to be outside. The sunshine is making a welcome return.
We've missed it. Meteorologist Pete Sack will have your full forecast when we come back. We're dancing back here overlooking it.
As soon as the music hit, we started like swaying to the beat.
Oh, we're swaying. But look at that. The city's Christmas tree officially lit last night, getting us all into the holiday spirit. The Magnificent Mile Lights Festival is tonight with the big parade as well. We just had a preview of some of the beautiful dancers from the Joffrey Ballet. It's beginning to look a lot
like Christmas.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Feeling like it a little more out there too, Pete. 34 degrees right now. It's a little chilly, but it's cooler. It's seasonal, right?
You know, we'll be able to tolerate the chill in the air with a little bit of sunshine. That's going to help.
It makes
I don't
it way
know,
better.
just with the clouds overhead, it always makes it feel a little gloomier.
Agreed.
But it will be nice to see that sunshine out there. Not only today, but tomorrow as well.
Great.
Temperature's going to do pretty good too. We'll take it. Still getting ready for a sunrise here. What time is it right now? 6:44. So we're officially about 6 minutes away from sunrise. sunrise, and you can see the clouds from yesterday still lingering on the horizon there as we look east from my camera at New Trier High School. 34 degrees right now at O'Hare. Winds, though, are calm, so it feels like it is 34. Always nice when those numbers match up this time of year. Here's the radar, here's the stormcast, rather, and as you can see, plenty of sun. You could see some clouds off to the north and west. These might be a little overdone here, and we will see them slide through, but I think we'll see some filtered sunshine as we go into the afternoon time frame. So not total cloud cover here, and with the nice southwesterly breezes, look for temperatures to climb into the low 50s under mostly sunny skies. Winds will be out of the southwest around 5 to 10 miles an hour. This evening, beautiful conditions for all the activities going on downtown with the Light Festival going on. Temperatures will be dropping into the mid 40s through the evening hours, and then overnight, look for temperatures to drop into the upper 30s in the city. A little chillier. I think we might hit the freezing mark away from the lake. 37 degrees, our official forecast low under those mainly clear skies. Winds out of the northwest at 5 to 15 miles an hour. Your Sunday looking beautiful. Nice conditions for the Bears game, light breezes. Temperatures will be around the 50-degree mark at kickoff. We'll be in the low 50s as we get into the afternoon. And as you can see, save for a stray cloud here or there, mostly sunny skies, 53 degrees our high. We do have some rain on the way. This does not look like it's going to be impactful as far as our travel concerns go. You can see the clouds that will be moving in as we go from Sunday night to Monday morning. I think we'll still stay dry for your Monday morning commute. Maybe a stray sprinkle as we get into the afternoon commute. Look for showers to develop, and we'll see high temperatures topping out around 54 degrees. So we're talking about all rain here as we go from Monday night into Tuesday morning. Here's what to expect as we get into next week. We'll see the rain showers around on Tuesday, especially in the morning. 55 degrees the high, but after the rain moves through, temperatures start dropping. Notice Wednesday's high only 40 degrees with an overnight low of 25. If your travels on Wednesday take you to the other side of the lake, notice the lake effect snows in West Michigan. They're going to be around for the holiday weekend as well. Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, cold turkey, 34 degrees our forecast high, and only 33 on Friday. Again, lake effect snows on the other side of the lake. Then we get into Saturday. We have a storm system approaching. This one could bring us a little bit of a light rain snow mix late on Saturday, 36 degrees for the high. And then Sunday, rain around, and this is a pretty significant storm system. So we're going to be looking at right now mainly rain. But as you can see, high of 41. 33 the overnight low. We're going to be right near that rain snow line, so we're certainly going to be keeping an eye on that for some travel impacts as we get into next weekend. Your travel impacts going into Thanksgiving, pretty minor. You can see sunshine today and tomorrow. The rain late Monday into Tuesday, not really going to slow us down much, nor should the cold. And you can see our turkey there shivering just a little bit with the chilly temperatures. But hey, it'll be nice and warm inside watching football and eating turkey.
Exactly. Good football watching weather for sure.
Right,
Thank
the
you,
Bears,
Pete.
they play on Friday, right?
The Bears play on Friday.
Yeah, they play on Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Good. It's always a great weekend. Thursday to
my
Sunday
gosh,
for
yes.
football.
Football.
We love it.
Love it.
With some good food and leftovers, too. Thank you, Pete. Up next, speaking of football, it's your morning sports.
Yeah, Casey Standahar has a preview.
The Bears prepare for the Steelers this Sunday, but are out a few key defensive players. How they plan to adjust. And could the Bulls keep their buzzer beater magic alive last night against the Heat? We'll tell you who had the final say when we come back. The Miami Heat paid a visit to the United Center last night to face the Bulls for another NBA Cup game. Bulls guard Kobe White was out still managing a calf injury. Could the Bulls handle the Heat, though? It was a special court designed for the NBA Cup game. Bulls had it going in the first. Watch Jalen Smith set the pick for Patrick Williams, then rolls to the hoop for the jam. That gave the Bulls the lead, but the Heat outscored them by 14 in the second. Trey Jones' pass was picked off by Kel'el Ware. Miami on the fast break, and Ware gets it back for the alley-oop dunk. Heat led by 18 at the half and the Bulls lose by 36, 143-107 the final. To college hoops we go. Northwestern and Virginia playing in the Greenbrier tip-off. 8 minutes left in the game. Jaden Reed drives and gets the hoop and the harm for a three-point play. He had a team-high 25, but Virginia was up by 3 with less than a minute left. Arrington Page tries to tie it with a 3, but gets blocked. Wildcats with their first loss of the season, 83-78 the final. And at Gentile Arena last night, Northern Illinois beat Loyola 76-59. To the ice we go. Blackhawks and Sabres. Buffalo had a 4-goal lead early, but in the third, Tyler Bertuzzi redirects Connor Bedard's shot in for his second goal of the game. That's 9 goals for Bert in his last 6 games, and maybe a sliver of hope for the Hawks, but the Sabres poured it on thick, netting 3 more past Arvid Soderblom in the final period. Hawks lose 9-3. Whew, that was a tough one. The Bears defense will need one of its strongest showings this weekend, regardless of which Steelers quarterback they face. Aaron Rodgers is listed as questionable, and some Bears rookies are earning trust and making strides with the first-year head coach, while others have to step up for their injured teammates. As Mike Berman reports, the team is missing a few key players, but is still finding ways to make it work.
Don't be surprised if Caleb Williams' arm gets a lot of work on Sunday against the NFL's worst pass defense. And don't be surprised if Luther Burden sees the ball come his way often, now that he's earned Ben Johnson's trust.
You get what you earn, and I think he's earned the increased snaps.
It's all about trust, with Coach Ben and the whole staff, really, whole organization, man. You got to be able to trust that, everybody going to go out there and do their assignment and help us win games. Just work really hard, man, to, get more opportunities on the field, and, my hard work, starting to pay off.
All right, let's talk injuries. Offensively, the Bears are in good shape, but defensively, they are a mess. Their top 3 linebackers, Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, and Noah Sewell, will all miss Sunday's game against the Steelers. Those guys are helping fill-ins like Ruben Hippolyte the best they can, but ultimately, it's on Hippolyte to step up and perform.
No one's going to help me prepare better than me. So I just trust my training, trust my abilities, and I'm ready to go out there and go play.
Meanwhile, corners Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon are both questionable, but Ben Johnson said the Bears will be really smart bringing them back from injury, so the wait for their returns could continue. At Hallis Hall, Mike Berman, NBC 5 Sports.
Mike, thanks so much. That is a look at your sports this morning. I'm Casey Standahar. Have a great Saturday.
Thank you, Casey. Coming up, a final look at this morning's top stories.
We'll be right back. Now your 5 stories to know. 7 teenagers are recovering after a shooting in the Loop last night. This happened around 10 o'clock as a large group of teens were walking near the Chicago Theater on State Street. Their ages of the victims are between 13 and 17 years old. Authorities tell us they are all expected to be okay.
Also last night, 2 people were shot on South Dearborn and West Adams. Chicago police say 1 man was shot multiple times. He died at Northwestern Memorial Hospital. An 18-year-old man was last listed in serious condition. He was shot in the leg. So far, no one is in custody.
Police in Arlington Heights say 2 people were found dead last night inside a condo building's maintenance room. Police say this involved an employee and a supervisor. Investigators believe this is an isolated incident.
The Little Village Chamber of Commerce is organizing a vigil in honor of a father and son killed in a violent robbery at their jewelry store. That vigil starts at 11 o'clock this morning at the Little Village Arch, and there is a $20,000 reward for information leading to an arrest in the killing of Faustino and Luis.
The annual Magnificent Mile Lights Festival kicks off this morning at 11. Some of the performances will include Cirque du Soleil, a free concert from the Plain White T's, and our favorite, the Leo High School Choir, fresh off their America's Got Talent run. The parade begins at 5:30 tonight. Pete.
And the weather's going to cooperate for all of those activities. Right now, it is 34 degrees, feels like 34 with calm winds, mostly sunny skies. You can see temperatures rising into the upper 40s this evening, low 50s for highs this afternoon.
All right, Pete, thank you. That's the news for now. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, the Today Show is next. Then we will see you right back here at 8:30 this morning.
Hope you're having a great day.
Santa.
Good morning. Thanks for starting your weekend with us. Hard right Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene making a stunning announcement overnight.
After a public break with the president, she now says she's leaving Congress. It's November 22nd. This is Today. Breaking overnight, MAGA stunner.
I'll be resigning from office with my last day being January 5th, 2026.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene making that unexpected announcement late Friday. The resignation coming days after the once loyal Trump allies' dramatic falling out with the president over the Epstein files. That after another political surprise. President Trump in his first face-to-face with New York City's newly elected mayor, Zohran Mamdani, showering him with praise.
The better he does, the happier I am.
We're live in Washington with all of it. Turkey track. The holiday travel rush officially underway now with tens of millions. Complicate your travel plans. Angie's got your full forecast. Tree lighting scare. A terrified crowd rushes for safety after gunshots ring out overnight at a Christmas tree lighting in North Carolina. Where the investigation goes now. Lung cancer concerns. Doctors sounding the alarm this morning after a rising number of women, all non-smokers, are being diagnosed with lung cancer. We'll tell you what to watch out for. All that plus Wicked success.
Think of what we can do together.
The highly anticipated movie Wicked for Good, now out in theaters with fans singing its praises on social media.
It's a banger.
And it's already on its way to breaking box office records. Today, Saturday, November 22nd, 2025.
From NBC News, this is Today with Peter Alexander and Laura Jarrett. Live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
Welcome.
country. Let's see what's happening. See what's happening. See what's happening. See what's happening. See what's happening.
Good morning, everyone. No weather worries for us this weekend. Temperatures right now, 34 at O'Hare, 34 also at Midway. But check out Aurora, 26 degrees, so a little chillier away from the lake. Your day planner for the day today, we'll see some sunshine. A few high, thin clouds will drift in later on this afternoon. But looking at high temperatures topping out in the low 50s. Going to be a beautiful evening as well. The next 10 days, great day tomorrow, 53 for the high. We have rain late Monday into Tuesday before temperatures turn chilly for Thanksgiving.
And let's look at your forecast, guys.
And she appreciate it. Still to come right here, a terrifying scene after a group of school kids and their teachers were attacked by a bear during a nature walk.
Plus, a health alert with doctors seeing more cases of lung cancer in women now who have never smoked. What you should be looking out for right after this.